Hi, I'm Gary White.
And I'm Yvonne McNary.
And tonight we're talking about our good friend Beth Overgaauw, who's been working with us here at Channel 6 Central Kentucky Television for almost 10 years now, covering various different things in front of and behind the camera.
Yes.
And a few months ago, I did a segment with Beth where we talked about her battle that she has going on right now with cancer. She was diagnosed with lung cancer last summer, and then it had transferred into the liver, and is continuing to expand there. She's had a couple treatments, but she is still keeping a positive outlook on everything.
Yes, she is.
But we wanted to say hi to Beth and talk about some of the great things that we've had the opportunity to work with Beth on here at the TV station.
Yes.
For these past almost 10 years now.
Yes, it has.
Amazing.
Yes, it seems like just yesterday.
I know.
Really, it does.
Yes. So, the first time we got the opportunity to work with Beth was on our Central Kentucky Sensations.
Yes.
I remember at our 10th anniversary show, when the three of us were sitting around talking about it, we showed some video from that too, and some of the fun that we had there, because Beth always liked singing.
Yes.
And karaoke was actually what she was doing at the time. And she provided music for our singers for the Central Kentucky Sensations.
And I'd like to say there's one thing about Beth. When she gets involved in something, she goes whole hog. She goes 100%. So she had just tons and tons of music. She had the best equipment you could ever think of getting. And she was so gracious about sharing it with us.
Right.
You know?
Yes. And taking part, she does get all in there when she gets involved in something. That's true. So we had the opportunity to work with her on that for a few years,
Yes.
a year or two. And one highlight of the first time, too, was actually going to the Stephen Foster musical. We had our finale for the Central Kentucky Sensations one year there, and she provided the music for that as well. And the singers got to perform on stage, which was kind of fun.
Yes, it was. It was like, for some of them, it was the first time they'd ever been on a big stage. So it was like, oh, wow. And and that was great. Gave them a great experience, and they went on to do even bigger and better things.
That's right. That's right. And from that, it kind of developed a relationship that we had. So we were working with Beth for the Central Kentucky Sensations, and then after that, I believe we were doing the Yvonne Live Central Kentucky Talks type program at the time, and she was a guest with you for a couple times on that. And gave us some singing. I know at Halloween we had some music with her on there, dancing and dressing up. And you and I believe Pigeon was on for that one as well.
And you know what? I would have never thought of dressing up for Halloween, or never even consented to it if it hadn't been for Beth, because she was so into it. Just really into Halloween and dressing up, and she had all these wonderful costumes that she brought in. So it was. You couldn't say, well, I don't have a costume, or there's nothing I like, or whatever. It didn't matter. She brought you one anyway.
That's right.
And she brought me 2 or 3 costumes to try on to see, which one I liked. And after that, you couldn't say no. You had to go, well, okay. So I relented, and I dressed up for Halloween. And
it was fun.
I hadn't done that for quite a few years.
You were a genie in one of them.
Yes, I was. I had a great time in those costumes.
We got some stuff from the lady over in Campbellsville who rented out costumes as well for some of the different items. So that was kind of fun. And then after that, we had Christmas.
Yes.
And I believe we started doing some singing around that time as well.
Our Christmas extravaganzas.
Yes, became an annual kind of tradition for us with our Christmas involvement and the singing and having some fun with that. Singing and dancing with the three of us for all that kind of stuff too. Doing some creative things. But shortly after that, we had the opportunity to work with Beth actually full-time here at the station, doing some more stuff. And I know the people in the community had the opportunity as well. And we have some people from the community who are going to share their stories with us also, because one of the things that she was involved in was the Washington County Prevention Center, which was the anti-drinking, anti-drug group for the kids of Washington County. And we have 2 of the ladies that she worked with a lot there who has a little something to share with Beth. We have Wilma Sorrell and Kathy Carico for Beth right now.
Hi Beth, this is Wilma Sorrell, and
hi Beth, Kathy Carico. Think you remember us?
You better remember us. We were probably your worst nightmare at Washington County doing the prevention tactics.
I'm sure we bugged you a lot and constantly, you were always so great, Beth, about jumping and doing whenever we called you and needed something. She was always right there and dealt with those kids too, boy.
She was like their teacher, their dramatic teacher, their drama teacher. She just knew how to get them to do what they wanted to, and you knew how to get them to perform like you wanted to. I remember Beth would come in and do one of the prevention tactics, and she would say it like this.
All I can see is, no, I think three,
two, one.
Yeah, and then we start talking.
And then we're like, what are we supposed to do after one, Beth?
Isn't that a strange thing for us to remember about you, Beth? But I can remember and I guess you'll probably remember too, the
Get real with Will show
or something. Real deal, something.
Will's the real deal.
We don't even know what.
We know it had something to do with Will Carrico.
Yeah,
and he was like on the Tonight Show.
Oh, yeah, he was. He had those pencils and stuff
tapping
up
the
there.
pencils like
and the girls would hold up the signs,
applause.
10 top ways to stay off of drugs and alcohol. Mm-hmm. And I remember Mary. Oh my gosh, she was so funny because she said something about my parents did it. Look how weird they are. And then she did this whole little. Oh gosh.
Beth, you had the kids rolling at every performance. The kids were just roaring and ready to go.
Oh yeah.
They're like, is Beth coming today? Yeah. Woo!
You were very patient with us too, Beth. I can remember numerous times, we would stutter or we would trip over a word or forget what we were supposed to say. And you would say, we'd stop and we'd start all over.
Do the 3, 2, 1.
And you would always, give us that break to let us regroup and start all over again. So you were very patient with us adults too.
If you get into a situation
where you feel
uncomfortable,
because we didn't.
you can call me.
But we just wanted to tell you how much we love you. We know you're a fighter, and you have fought.
You can talk to me
and
anything.
We have nothing but love in our hearts for you and everything you've meant to us and our group of kids from Washington County. And they loved you just like they loved all of us. And you were one of us.
You were one of us, Beth, and you still are. You're still one of us, even though I don't do anything with the Youth Coalition anymore. I've got other things. There's just too much going on, and I know Wilma's over here and stuff like that. But
where's over here at?
Well, over here, here in this
town, Bardstown.
And but you're still part of us. You're still one of us. And, we miss you. We miss seeing you. We've been praying for you. And we hope maybe the prayers will lift your spirits. And we hope this little thing here that we're doing here will lift your spirits a little bit. And maybe cause you to laugh a little bit because
at the silliness we created for you many times over.
Oh, yeah.
A lot of silliness, a lot of fun, and we got the message across that we wanted to.
The kids really liked you too. Excuse me, the kids were really, you were so easygoing with them, and you just sort of fit right in there with them and clicked with them, and so it wasn't always just about us, it was about you. You were on the good side of the camera, behind the camera,
Yeah, and you got the kids to actually do things that were out of their comfort zone, and not many adults can do that. I think we have been part of that, but you really got those kids out of their comfort zone. And I know a couple of the kids, one of them like Hannah Edlin, Mary Cutter, they, because of what you did with them and how you worked with them, they have just really soared and really are more comfortable in front of the camera. They do things now that I look back and I'm like, you know what, Beth had something to do with that, because through prevention tactics and Channel 6. So I firmly believe that gave those kids the start.
And some of those kids, I don't know, because I didn't know a lot of the kids personally, but there may be some of them that might even go into getting behind the camera just as you did. They might have been intrigued by what you did, and so that might lead them to a career down the road somewhere to doing the same thing that you did. And you always did such a good job. I don't know how much editing you had to do on us, but
But maybe very little on the kids once you got it going.
God love you.
You made it look good is all I got to say.
You sure did. You did make us look good, and you made us sound good. And I'm constantly having people telling me, oh, I saw you on TV. And I'm like, okay, what was it for this time? And I didn't know if it was coalition or what it was, but it was always something. But, yeah.
But we want to tell everyone now how much our kids connected with you and how much you did mean to the kids.
How remarkable you were. You were just very remarkable in all aspects of it. I can remember one time at a blast program, and you came up and there were all the prizes were laid out, and you grabbed Katie, my daughter, and said, come here, I want to interview you. And she was like, oh my gosh! But she did fine. You calmed her, you eased her, and you had Will sitting behind that table rattling that. And you told him, you said, rattle that pencil like Johnny Carson or whoever, and yeah, you had them. You just had that way with them. You just kind of had your way with them to ease them and comfort them, and you did us as well. You made us feel comfortable too. So we're so grateful to you. We thank you for that. And
thank you for being a part of our lives.
For being a part of our life.
We know, our heart is full of joy because of everything you brought to it on a weekly basis. A lot of times over at Washington County.
We learned a lot from you.
We did.
We learned a lot from you, and you were just really remarkable. I thought, yeah,
and a beautiful person inside and out.
Exactly.
And they don't come any better than Beth Overgaauw.
Very talented.
Well, and we know that if you felt better, you would still be behind that camera as much as possible.
Yeah.
And so we want you to get to feeling better. We want you to just fight like a girl, fight like Beth would and has, and just keep on fighting the good fight, Beth, because you deserve all the best in the world. And you have a whole community. Actually, I think 1, 2, 3, 4 communities behind you,
praying for you.
Yeah, praying and right behind you, and we're just all right there for you.
Yeah, pray for you, and we miss you. We love you, and
we're gonna do a 1, 2, 3. We love Beth.
That's right.
3, 2, 1. We love you, Beth.
Well, a lot of times you had the opportunity too to work with Beth. With her behind the camera when you were in front of the camera, and then you kind of went back and forth and shared doing some interviews.
Yes, we did. Well, we did Relay for Life in Bardstown. We shared going, back and forth behind the camera. There was all different types of different booths there, but they were all supporting Relay for Life. But it seemed to be 100 of them, Gary. It just seemed so many of them. I said, Beth, what are we going to do? She goes, well, I tell you what we'll do. We'll each take turns doing one. And before you knew it, we were all pretty much done with it. I mean, got all the way around, and of course we had to chit chat with a few people that she knew, some that I knew, and we had a wonderful time. Always did. You go down for Relay for Life, you always come away feeling really good because of the good that's being done.
Absolutely, that's right. And then she would do picnics and lots of different stuff too with us, and. Actually, the editing system that we use for the videos we got we were using one system at the time, and I wanted to kind of change to another one, and Beth had been utilizing the Vegas system that we currently use and have used since then. So she kind of got us involved with that. So she is very talented with doing lots of different things with editing as well as shooting and being creative with some of the different stuff. And that was fun for our creative outlet. We actually got involved in something called the 48-Hour Film Festival.
Yes, we did.
Yes. That all 3 of us got to be on screen for, right?
Yes, indeed.
The 48-Hour Film Festival is a competition that occurs in various cities around the country, potentially the world. I'm not sure if it's international. But we have involved with the Louisville one several years in a row. And you have, on Friday night, you're given a genre and a character and a line of dialogue, and you have to write a movie and shoot it and produce it and get it all done, a little short film, by Sunday night at 7. So within 48 hours you have to actually do everything involved with this film. You can't do anything prior to it, but you also don't even know what genre you're going to have or your different elements you have to include, so you really couldn't do a lot with it prior anyway. But we did that, I believe it was 3 years?
3 years.
3 or 4 years.
Yeah, at least 3.
Yeah, because the first year so the genres you pick out of a hat, and the genre we got the first year was a musical or western.
Sing.
That was See, That's What You Get.
Yes, See, That's What You Get, okay.
Yes. And so we we chose a musical to do as opposed to a Western. And that was an experience.
You were a singing cowboy.
Right. I was singing. Karaoke was involved.
Yes, it
right?
was.
The King of Karaoke, the original song she wrote, was in there with that. So that was an interesting show. We're not going to show much of that because I don't want anybody to see that. And then we also did, we shot all that in Lebanon.
Yes, we did.
So we were able to produce all of that right here in Central Kentucky. And then another year, we ended up doing Stimulus, was another one that we did, which we shot at various different businesses and locations all around Kentucky. And I think you and Beth, one of your favorite elements of that was putting a bag over my head or something.
Yeah, Gary, I think we may have done you in
That's
that
right.
movie.
Yes. You got to kill me.
Yeah.
And duct tape my mouth or
That's
something.
right. And,
Yes.
and put you in the elevator.
Yes, exactly. Which was a great location. That was here
Yes, it
in
was.
Central Kentucky as well that we got to shoot that one. That was fun.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun. You know, we sort of regretted killing Gary, but then again, you know,
It was fun while it lasted.
while
I was dead and quiet.
You're right.
I know Beth enjoyed that.
Yeah, but it was integral to the plot.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. That's important.
That's my story, and I'm going to stick to it.
That's right.
Yes.
That's right. We had to kill somebody. And
Yes, we did.
Might as well be me.
Right now, hey.
See, the dogs aren't very happy about
No,
that.
they
They're like, who's
are.
going to feed us?
Yeah.
And then we did a one census as well that we shot in various different locations as well. And we were all involved with that.
That was a scary one, Gary.
Yes, a murder mystery type of thing.
Yeah,
Who done it?
That was scary. Yes.
Yeah, so that was fun. So they were some of the 40-hour film festivals, and again, we were all involved in front of the camera, but also Beth was doing a lot of the shooting for it, a lot of the editing, because you need to multitask when you only have 48 hours to do all these various different elements, you know, and trying to get it all coordinated.
Yes.
One thing that Beth has always been really good with is investing the time and kind of focusing in on different things. So like if you needed music for your commercial, she'll find something that's perfect for your commercial or for the 40-hour film festival or for whatever. She's very good at spending the time to find exactly what is needed to kind of make it pop, you know, which is being a little ADD. I sometimes I can't do that.
Yeah.
So,
We know
but
it's
she
there.
but she does kind of focus in on doing some of that stuff. So, so that was fun. But you know, it wasn't all fun here because there's lots of serious stuff that we covered.
Yes.
And two things that you two that were involved with, I happened to be out of town at the time,
Just happened to be.
was when there was an ice storm.
Yes, the ice storm.
Yes, and you two kind of kept the coverage going for us.
We certainly did try, Gary, you know. We knew that, you know, you were on vacation or whatever, and we were in charge, which is the scary part right there. And then we had all that ice. It was like, oh no. So, of course, you know, the city, the Central Kentucky was pretty much shut down, but we had to keep the station going. So we came out here, and Beth in her snowsuit, and I in my boots, and we tried to climb the hill. And we couldn't come up the driveway because that would have been the long way around and treacherous. So we decided to go, you know, the shortest distance is, you know, going in a straight line. So we decided to go in a straight line. Well, might I tell you, that was not a good idea.
It was a slippery line.
It was a slippery line. We would take 3 steps forward and slide back 4. You know, it was just hilarious. And, you know, it's good that nobody was out there with the camera on us because you wouldn't believe what you were looking at. And we were screaming at each other, you know, pull my hand, pull me up, you know, you pull me, I just slid. You know, it was just crazy town. And it was cold. Oh, it was so cold out there. And then we finally get up here and we get in and we look at everything and we have no power. And it's like, there's no button we can push to make it work. We have no power. There is no power. So fortunately, emergency services was available, and they brought
A
a generator.
And got us on.
Brought us a generator up.
So we
got
can
us
provide
back on.
information for the community.
Yeah, sure. The emergency information that everybody needed because it seemed that the ice storms were going to go on forever. And as you know, there was a lot of damage from those
Right.
storms
Absolutely.
afterwards. Yeah, so it was pretty treacherous during that time. But Beth made it over from her home and came over here and picked me up at my house, and I was dumb enough to go. Anyway, we got it all done, got it taken care of, and we were pleased as clams, and very grateful to the emergency services people for helping us out.
Absolutely, absolutely. We appreciate everybody working together to get that all done. But so that's in the news. There was lots of different news stories over the years that we've all been out there covering as well, and both you and Beth kind of were able to go from doing some of the fun stuff to doing more of the serious natured things as well and covering them. So that's something good that we've all been able to kind of be versatile.
Right. A little flexibility here. In Central Kentucky, we're all family. I found that out. Everybody's related, and we all want to help each other, and we do help each other when times are bad. And if we can just be cohesive and get out there and do it, we can get it all done.
That's right.
So we got her done.
Absolutely. But not everything that we've done in the community has been on TV.
Right.
Because we're all involved in other aspects as well. And Beth has been involved with the theaters in both Springfield and in Lebanon.
Right.
And we have somebody from this theater in Springfield, Erica Campbell, who has a message for Beth as well.
All right.
Hi Beth. I'm Erica Campbell with Central Kentucky Community Theater at the Opera House on Main Street in downtown Springfield, Kentucky. And I remember the first time I met you. And later on, I was not at all surprised that you had been a beauty queen. You were in Godspell and did a fabulous job as a hippie, though I guess that just came naturally. And you also won the Genie Award for your Best Supporting Actress role in Music Man as Mrs. Peru. You're just so flexible and talented and wonderful. And I think what we all love best about you is how interested you were in this just beginning theater, and how supportive you were of us, and how excited you were in all of the different things that we were doing. Later on, you came back as our videographer, a word, Beth, that on my cell phone the spell check does not get at all, and I'd never heard it before myself until you taught it to me. And you did a fabulous job filming our shows, our educational DVDs, and working with the kids. And we just thank you so much for how much you've touched us and how inspiring you are for us with your courage and your class and kind sense of humor. You're just wonderful. And thank you so much for blessing us with you.
on stage or on TV, that's a character.
Yes, she is. She has a personality all her own. She has a way of bringing out a certain part of you that you didn't even know existed. Like I said,
That's your excuse to go second with her.
I'm sticking with it, yes, indeed. You know, I had no plans to put on a Halloween costume, none whatsoever. And what did I do? I put on a Halloween costume because Beth said so. Now, is that crazy? But you know, she, like I said, she's so giving and she's willing to share. And she brought the 3 costumes or whatever it is, whether it's costumes or tapes or a video, it doesn't matter. If she has it, she'll share it. No big deal to her.
Absolutely.
You know? So, you know, I really appreciate it because she makes our team really well-rounded.
Exactly. And also, what I really like about our team is the willingness to be involved in various different things. Now, you know, like we said, we cover the news and all the events that's going on in the community, but we do a lot of original programming as well. And one of the first things that we did was sing.
Yes.
Remember that?
Yes, I remember singing. Yes. That's one of my favorites. That's one of my favorites because, you know, that's one of my favorites because it was like one of the first times that we'd all gotten together for something like that to do it. And the fact that we were all so giving, trying to be creative in this because, you know, we wanted to win, you know, and we wanted to actually push the envelope, just see how far we could go.
Yes. And that was kind of a musical soap opera, so
Yes,
kind of, yes, that you guys all got to appear in.
Yes.
And Beth sang as well in that. Did you sing in that?
No, I didn't sing in that one. I hummed a lot.
You hummed, right. She got to sing, and that was down at a restaurant in Lebanon that's currently Chasers, used to be called Blues on Tap at the time. That she performed a song in there, and then has some other numbers as well, I Will Survive, and some other things too.
Yeah.
So we have a little video from that too we'll share.
Yes.
But that was a lot of fun, and that was the first time we tried to do a scripted kind of program, and it was fun.
Yeah.
It was a learning experience,
Yes,
of course.
it was.
And then, too, we went on to do a little series called Life in Podunk as well.
Yes, we did.
And again, we had everybody involved in that, and some in front of and behind the camera.
Yes.
And Beth was Miss Dish.
Miss Dish, who was a dish.
That's right. She was causing some trouble.
Yes, she was. Trouble of the heart. For the men around her, and for the women around her, she was just causing trouble. You know.
Well, the way to the heart is through the stomach. So she knew that. So she would cook.
She had a cooking show.
That's right.
Yes, indeed.
Yes.
So.
And then you were Amma.
Yes. Yes, I was.
Amma Almighty.
Yes, indeed. Yes.
Our televangelist.
Yes. That hit just a little close to home.
That was fun.
It was. It was
Yes.
great fun. And, and Dr. Wallace, who worked on that with us, from time to time when I would see him on campus, he would remind me of being Alma, you know, because he really enjoyed that too. Because we had a lot of people who, you know, when we go out on these ventures, we'd have like a call, and people from all over, you know. And you know, I was talking to a woman today, and as I remember, she was in one of our plays. She was in that one too.
Oh, really?
Betty. Betty was in that one.
Betty Brookfield, yeah.
Yes.
She was in the furniture store.
Yes.
The Lady of the Sofa.
Lady of the Sofa. Yes, indeed.
Where Alma made her first appearance.
Yes, indeed. So, you know, a lot of people got involved with us to have some fun.
Absolutely.
You know, we never took this like way serious. You know, we were serious about getting things done that we needed done, but as far as
It was for fun.
yeah, it was for fun.
And a way to involve the community too and have them be a part of it, which Beth was always good with too.
Yeah.
Drawing in various different people and getting them excited as well.
Yes.
So I'm glad that she got to do that part too, and kind of had fun with that also. And then we did a series of smaller segments with Life in Podunk.
Yes.
They're kind of like little vignettes about it. We had you at a grocery store,
Yes.
and had Beth was the judge at a competition, a words competition or something like that.
Yes, where they were cheating.
That's right, they were cheating. But yes, so she got to be on camera there too. But then some of the other ones we did as well, because for instance we did the brain transplant one that we did that had Jerry Effner and Lucinda Effner in it, had Nora Hatton in there as well, some others. And with that one, she was more behind the scenes.
Right.
So she, like we said, she is very versatile in what she's capable of doing. And it's been a great asset to us here at the station, as well as to lots of different places as well. Like I said, we have Robin Humphries now, who is with Kentucky Classic Theater, which is out of Lebanon. And she has been on the stage there. She was in their first melodrama.
Yes, the Christmas melodrama.
Yes, yeah, which was fun.
That was and it was very cute. Very cute.
Yeah. And then she's also been involved there, like she has been at the station, behind the scenes, doing a variety of different stuff. She helped with the set with that, which she did with Life in Podunk as well, and with painting and stuff, and with directing. So Robin has a little message for Beth as well.
Hi Beth, this is Robin Humphries with Kentucky Classic Theater, and I'm talking to Beth, but I guess I'm talking to everybody else as well. Just talking about how integral Beth has been to what we've done here at Center Square. Beth was part of the original cast from our very first melodrama, and that was so fun when we came in to do a show at Christmas, and we called somebody from the radio station and somebody from the television station and somebody from the newspaper and somebody from one of the banks. And what else? Mr. Ferris, who was, just the theater teacher and part of Lebanon Community Theater. And so that was our original cast. And Beth came in and played Aunt Aggie in Lovely in Danger, and she was wonderful, and we all fell in love with her character as well as just her personality. And Beth has helped us with so many shows. When you look across our wall here at the theater of the posters that are here, so many of these shows Beth has had a hand in, whether it was playing music director, whether it was painting the set or teaching the children or running the music. She has just been, I call her my sidekick, my right-hand man. We get into trouble together, and it has been so much fun. We were hoping to be able to have her on stage in Steel Magnolias again, playing Clary, and have looked at doing that several times, and so we still hope that that's going to happen eventually. So what has Beth meant to me? Beth she goes above and beyond whatever I ask or need, and when we sit down and we talk about a set and what it's going to look like, her vision and what she paints and comes up with is just more than I could imagine, and beautiful. Her set for Sleeping Beauty and painting all the guard's house and the woods and the cottage for the fairies was just delightful. To me, it made the play, the way the set was put together. When music, anything that Mr. Dixon asks her to do, to get sound effects or to find this or that, and she does it. It spends hours and hours finding exactly the right thing, and is willing to work with him with his last minute needs of what he looks to. And so the last children's show that we did, Aladdin, Beth couldn't be here with us, and we sure missed you. But the show before that, James and the Giant Peach, Beth was the younger kids. We did both the older and the younger at the same time, and Beth and Amy Riney had the younger children, and she was amazing with them. You know, Beth was a kindergarten teacher for many, many years, and she was wonderful working with the little children. So she got to do their blocking with them to be seagulls and sharks and fish, and they came in and decorated the fish that Beth had cut out. So she took, cardboard or foam board or whatever at home, and not only just did them, I would have done them a fish with just a little tail, but Beth didn't do that. She did angelfish and dolphins and starfish and just creativity of every kind of sea creature, and let the children pick what they wanted, and then had them all out here in the hallway painting their creatures with glow-in-the-dark paint and putting them on sticks, and it was just amazing to come and watch, all the little children with her and what they accomplished, and then helping them on stage too to be in the right place. So it was such a blessing, and I know that they had a lot of fun with that project, and that she was really an integral part of it, even though we didn't get to see her on the stage as part of it. Her creativity for theater, and love it, and we love you.
So as you can see, Beth Overgaauw has been a huge part over these past 10 years of Channel 6 and Central Kentucky Television, and of our lives,
yes,
and of our hearts as well.
Yes,
and
because there have been numerous dinners.
Exactly. Yes, lots of time spent.
Yes.
Without the cameras on.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. It was like we became a little family.
Exactly. And we get to hear about Beth also loves to travel and travels around lots of different places.
Yes.
And
in and out of the country.
Exactly. And she'd always kind of share all those different stories with, and we've also had the viewers be able to be part of that sometimes too, with her sharing the Christmas videos she has with her kids and some of the different stuff that we had during our Christmas shows. We tried to incorporate some of that stuff. So unfortunately tonight Beth couldn't be with us, but we hope that she will be coming back sometime to be on the air with us.
Yes.
And sharing some more stuff with the viewers, and we'll keep you up to date on how she's doing. And we just want to say thank you, Beth, for all that you've done for the past 10 years, and we look forward to doing some more creative endeavors with you here, and also seeing you all around the community. So
we'll keep the light on for you.
That's right.